Hello. Hi guys. Good to see you. Let me change this little view here. Hi guys. Let's start off with a band. Hi guys. And pull that. I'm really glad to see you. So start with your band overhead. Hi. And I'm just, as you come in, I'll just wait, but your band is up and you're pulling it wide. Now, when you're here, and I'm just starting, so catch up when you can. And Jean, I don't know. Oh, there you go. You were frozen, but I see you now. Lift up your heels and exhale up. Hi, Betty. And push. Lift your heels and pull your arms down. And exhale. And up. And exhale. And up. And exhale. Waking up those calves. 2. Now, take your band behind your upper back. Now your palms are up. I like to catch some of the extra band. Start opening up your heels, your feet. Push out. Now I'm offering 2 moves at the same time. If you need to concentrate on just one of these, I would do the one that you need the most, which most of the time it's the upper body because our life is so automated. But if you have to just pick one, do it well, that's fine. But I'm going to give the cues for all of it. Your knees track with your second toe. Your heels feel heavier than your toes do. Your knees do track with your second toe. Your neck is easy and down the back. And exhale. Now pretend there's a flashlight at your heart and the beam shining forward. So the beam isn't going down. The beam is still shining on the wall ahead of you. Yeah, now I like to lift up my toes sometimes just to make sure. Am I really heel heavy? That's going to be glutes and not so much knees, right? So toes can lift every now and then just to make sure. Now, bonus, stay in a place where you feel like you can hold it. 10 little arm pulses. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up. Good job. Take your band. Now place your palms up in supination. Step on the band with 1 or 2 heels, depending on how tense your band is. Both tails are equal. Hello, good morning. Bend both elbows. Now exhale and exhale. You got it. Hello, good morning. We're getting strong this morning. 5, or staying strong, I should say. 6. Neck is easy. 7, knees are soft. 8, now we're going to 20. 9, 10. Betty, I can just see your name. If you want to put your camera on, usually there's an icon in the lower left-hand corner next to the microphone that says, there it is. I saw you for a moment. There's a video icon and it'll say show video. Take 5 more, 4 more, 3 more. You're doing great. 2 and 1. All right, now we're going to take that band behind the back of your head. One hand is at the back of your low back. Now we're going to push up. Hi there, I can see you, Betty. That looks good. 2, knees soft. You found the right button. 3, 4, 5. Now, if you can add on like before, lift up the heels. 6, 7, at the same time you lengthen your arm. 8, if it's too much, try it a few times, but if it's too much, just do the arm part. We need those triceps strong. Okay, we're shooting for 10 more. You lift. 9, you breathe. 8, enjoy that strength in your arm. 7, 6, feel your belly pull in as well. 5, elbow stays up. 4, it doesn't travel out to the side. 3, 2, good. Take 1 more. This arm should be fatigued. Woo! In fact, give it a little shake because it's also been up, so blood might need a little blood flow. Take your other side. 1 hand's behind, 1 hand's at the back. Now we started off with 5 where we focus on the form of our tricep. Your elbow stays high. It does not travel out. Your jaw is parallel to the floor. Now, if that's feeling good, add on your calf raises. 1, and there's a momentary balance point at the top if you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, you got it. Keep going. I'm going to come in closer, but just keep going. I just want to make sure everybody's elbow looks good. I want to see your knees are long. Good. And that should be 20, guys. I'm going to stand back down and then take your arms down and release. Now, this one is going to be behind your scapula, behind your back. I like to catch a little extra so it doesn't hit me, the band that is, the handles. Now, sit wide again, remember horse squat. Now we're gonna do 2 things at once. You're gonna push and then circle. You could imagine you're doing a breaststroke. 2, and release any tension. And 3, now knees track with your second toe. 4, hard up. 5, good. 6, heart shines straight ahead. 7, heels are heavy. 9, toes are light. Now reverse in the arms. So watch the arms, they change. They go out to in. Now the knees do not collapse in. The knees stay traveling with the second toe. Toes are so light you could lift them. Every now and then you might just try to lift them. That'll keep you dominant in your glute and out of your knees. If you do have extreme knee issues or knee pain, just flex to the point of no pain, but you do want to keep flexing the knees. Now you guys remember how we did a little bonus a moment ago? You're going to stay low. Hold that. Now this time go kind of narrow. Now 10 little pushes forward. 10 with your arms. Now get ready. 10 little pulses, legs. Kind of like you're on a football. Now stand everything up. Nice job. Grab a sip. We're going to take a slightly lighter band, or you could use the same band and just give yourself more slack. Just step on that band with your heel. The same side arm goes out. 2. Now you're not bending over, you're not leaning away. That's, I think, one of the big compensations. You're strong and tall. This is deltoid, shoulder. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now try the other side. So let your heel be on, open up, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what you're doing is trying to find a tension or length of band that lets you feel like you're going to be fatigued in 20 reps. It's not too easy, not so hard that you have to lose form. If you ever lose form and you can't get it back, change the length to make it easier so you can finish with good form. And you got it. Now, get rid of that for a moment. Now, any way you want to, you're going to take 10 push-ups. In other words, you could take them here on the wall. You can take them in at all fours. You can do them against a counter. You're going to take 10, 9, 8, good, Jean, 7, good, everybody, 6. You can do them any way you need to. Good, Karen, good, Shireen, good, Betty, good, Julie, 3, 2, and then you're going to be coming up and taking an interlaced finger position. That way, when you travel, you know if you have a wall, which you do, you can always do wall push-ups. You can even do them at a travel station, a rest station, do them against one of those picnic tables. Good. Do a little sway. This is just a way to release tension. We're going to be grabbing hand weights next for bicep curls. If you do not have hand weights, you can always use cans of soup or detergent or grab your band. So you can just use resistance, however it is for you. I've got weights. Let's see, here's one. For your bicep curls, it might be like, I'd say a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. If you do not have a hand weight, do more band, stepping on the band and pulling up. Exhale. Good, your shoulders are open. 4, let me show you sideways. 5, one thing I like to make sure of is that your elbow isn't hyperextending right here. If you're built hypermobile, you have to really work on stability, which means you don't let the joint go backwards. And I'm going to come in close so you can see my shoulders. Notice how they're open. They're never rounding forward. So I've got my shoulder blades in, down and back. Not aggressively, I'm not, but they're just down and back like how a puzzle piece sits. You guys look great. I'm going to stand back up now, cold drone. 5, 4 more. I want you to feel fatigue, even if you have to do a few less or a few more. Feel like you're fatigued, your muscles feel it. Now leave your hand weights down beside your hips. Go up, sorry, not down on the floor, Shireen, I didn't say it. Lift up and down with your heels and just say it. Take a set of calf raises with your weight. Good, 6. So now you're heavier than you really are. And you've got it. Now you're going to need probably a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pound. We're going to open up a bit and you're going to go out. So right away, you'll know, is this heavy? Is this too light? And you could, if you don't have the right, you could do 2 detergents, 2 big cans of food. You could take your dynaband and do the laterals that we did singly. Your muscles just need to know that they are being stressed more than usual. You could pick up rocks and they would respond as long as you have good form and as long as you have good form and your muscles feel like they're getting more stress, and I mean that in a good way, than usual. More demand, more challenge. That's behind bone density growth too. You've got a challenge more than it's used to, and the bone responds to prevent osteoporosis, to keep our bones strong. Wolf's Law. All right, 3 more. You should feel some fatigue. If you don't, do a few more, or do a few less if you're, I can't even keep my form. So lower those hand weights down. Let your fingers come behind you and lift up your arms. Breathe in. Nice. And take a little wide and release. Now we're going to be doing an overhead press, and you're going to take a weight that you do this with. So probably 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. There is an option that you could sit down on a chair to do this if you feel like you're a little unstable, but if you're that unstable, then probably a lighter weight, but push up. Now I'm going to come in so you can see, and I'm going to move my braid. I don't want the traps in this. So notice how I lift my arms, but I'm not doing this. Just my humerus, but my scapula, my shoulder blades stay low. So it's almost, the arms go up, the shoulder blades stay low. It feels oppositional, but that's how stability works. So you exhale, you go up. Notice that space between my ear and my bicep. I am not crunching my shoulders. My neck is free at any moment. There is a little bit of ab tone. Yeah, everybody looks good. I just like to really repeat the cues. I learn by repetition. That's good and good, Betty. You're doing great. Knee soft. And Betty, if your shoulders will allow, you can even lengthen the elbow another 1/2 inch. If they don't, then do what you need to, right? Now lower those hand weights down. I am going to give us another stretch that you can use with a dynaband or yourself. So here's the one without a dynaband. You pat yourself on the back. You take this hand and you hold on to your other hand or whatever you can. I'm going to turn so you can get a feel. And the reason I said you may need a dynaband, if you can't touch and it feels like it's too hard of a struggle, grab something to hold on to. Jawline parallel. Make sure your head's not kind of like doing some out of alignment to get there. Good, Jean. And then try the other side. This will be really good since you're moving boxes. This is a great stretch. Breathe in. Yep, and make sure your shoulder feels happy. It's down the back, even if you have to open it, and then just barely lift the chin so it's parallel to the floor. Breathe in, let your breath do the stretch. Breathe in. Breathe in. The breath always helps the stretch. Let that go. Take a little shoulder roll. Once you feel released in the shoulder, actually grab a sip, and then we're going to do a tricep. Now, triceps may be 2 smaller weights or 1 big weight. So I'll show you what I mean. You could take a couple of 5s or 2 3s, and you can hold them together. See how there's 2? Let them touch. And then you go behind your head and you push up. You good. Now, you can stand, you can sit. The main thing is you can do this. Now keep going. I'm just going to show you. Let's say you had a heavier weight. You could hold on with both hands in the middle. You see what I mean? You can do it either way. So the triceps are critical for getting out of low chairs. If one were to fall, that's usually the muscle that we need to catch us. I know I say this study all the time, but there was a really revealing study that showed that lack of tricep strength was the #1 predictor of hip fractures in older women, because if you can't catch yourself with your arm, you land on your hip that's already osteoporosis, and then it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. But not us, we're keeping strong. All right, try 3 more, guys. 2. Now let that go. Now I'm going to give us another stretch. First, just release. Now this is prayer pose, reverse. So put your fingers together and work them up. Now, if your whole hand will touch, great. What's more important though is look at the front of my shoulders. I'm not letting them roll forward. I'm keeping them open. Hold that, good. Yeah, you can shimmy and open. Breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to tilt my screen down. We're going to be seated and we're going to use a heavy band or 2. So I want you to find your heavy band. So for me, it's purple, but maybe yours is blue, or a blue and a green. Maybe you could do 2. It's whatever works for you. So I've got a purple. I'm going to wrap it around my feet, my heel arch. I'm going to cross this band like an X. Hold on to the tubing, not the handle. If you have a dynaband, you might need 2. And wrap, yeah, there you go. Good, Jean. Now pull. This is called the row. Exhale. Exhale. You will still feel biceps. You will feel the back of your shoulder. And this one probably just feels the best. Your elbows are close to your ribs because we don't get much back work in everyday life, and you hear a lot of people having back pain. This is an exercise that strengthens the back. Most of our tasks are forward, so the front body at least gets worked in our daily task, even if you weren't to lift weights, but the back body doesn't get much. So here's a great one for the back. Pull. It's okay if you feel your biceps, that's normal, and the back of the shoulders, that's all good. Pull. Good. Exhale. Exhale. And you can see I'm doing more. This is a bigger, stronger muscle. It needs more stimulus. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to take your a lesser band intensity. So I've got a gray right now. You might do a blue, a red, or a green. If your shoulders are feeling really, what's the word, unstable, you might do a yellow. But take your crossed elbow band, the bands crossed, elbows by your side, open up the forearms, but leave the elbows glued. Yes, leave the elbows, they're touching your ribs, or your upper arm is touching your ribs. Yes, it doesn't seem like a big, huge movement. Look at your wrists, see if they're neutral, meaning they're straight, they're in line with your forearm. You got it, guys. Now separate the band, and I'm gonna get on my mat. Now this is a little bicep, not little, it's a bicep curl. There's nothing little about it, so bend your elbows. Now if you want more, you lift your humerus up, but not your neck, not your shoulder blades. You can lean back if you want more abs, and pull by bending your elbows. If you're feeling like, oh, I don't have enough stretch, grab more bands, so even here is fine, or lean back a bit. So I'm going to go back to my handles, belly in. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, get ready. You're going to come up and sit tall. Now the arms are going to go beside your hips. Pull, pull. Just enough width that your fingers aren't hitting the floor, but your elbows are long, and I'm kind of leading with my pinky, so pull, good, pull, and I'm going to turn so you can see that I'm kind of like a V. My arms are like a V. Pull, 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 exhale, exhale. Yep, and just pull a couple more times there, Jean. You got it. All right, let that go. I want to go back to the heavy band or 2 bands. Take your band or heavy band, 2 or 1 heavy band around your heel arch, cross the band like an X. Now I'm holding on to the tubing, I'm not holding on to a handle. Bend your right elbow and rotate your torso right, return to neutral. Bend your left elbow, rotate your torso left, exhale, pull and pull. Now I'm going to add a cue. If you can, make your palm, as you turn, as you rotate, supinate. And supinate is just like you have a cup of soup in your hand. Your palm basically faces up, so you're neutral here, and then you turn your palm. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense, just turn and make sure your wrist is comfortable. But you can add a little bit more of the arm if you will supinate and turn, the soup is in your hand, and then you put it back to neutral. Rotation, see if you rotate the same on both sides. Sometimes we're tighter on one side. Sometimes just our conscious awareness will help that. Rotation is critical for preventing rounded upper back. All right, try 4 more. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Now let that go, and I'm going to offer one more chest one, and it looks like this. Let me show you without my hand weights. It's going to be this. And the option that you could do if you don't want to do that is do some more push-ups on the wall or on the floor. But if you're trying to mix things up, grab your heavier weights, grab some heavier, chest is pretty strong. Put your feet on the floor. And then I think of like the 2 ends of the weights kissing. So when you push up, they touch, and then the elbows bend. And you're kind of like your forearms are parallel here, or perpendicular to the floor. All right, push, yeah, and push. Now the hand weights do not touch the chest. You keep your vertical forearms. They touch at the top, and then your upper arm heads towards the floor, lower than shoulder height. You're not behind your head. Exhale. Now remember, it's okay if you want to do a push-up instead. So it looks pretty good though. So the just one side of each weight touches like a kiss at the top. One side of each weight touches. Make sure nothing hurts. Do wall push-ups if you can't, if it doesn't feel right. All right, good, Betty. 2 more. 1 more. Now get rid of the weights for a moment. And I'm gonna come in closer. And we're gonna do a stretch. Yeah, use your abs, thank you. One arm. This is healthy movement. So go up, 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 up. How vertical can you get? Now fingertips point away. Keep it there. Go up, 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 up. How vertical can you get? And back. Now your fingertip. And I wiggled my torso, but that's okay. Elbow soft, lift your heart. This is called the rack posture. Now breathe into your chest. Good. Now I'm going to show one of 2 postures. The first one, you can just make it a bound angle. If you would like to change it up, hold on to your big toe with your 2 fingers and stretch it out. Big inner thigh stretch. If you don't want nothing to do with that, go back to your bound angle. The other way to have fun with it is just do it like this, where you're balancing your feet. So you could, yeah, good. Karen, you could be doing this. You could be doing this. I just wanted to offer a little abs. And no matter what you did, let's just have some appreciation for the body, mind, and spirit for getting us all here. And take a moment to breathe in. That breath is a miracle. The fact that we are breathing and that our cells are working for us, even when we don't tell it what to do, it keeps us alive all night. It's a miracle. And you are of the same energy that creates miracles. That energy is in you. And today I intend to recognize the love that that energy has for me and the love that that energy has to those in my world. I want to be a vessel of that energy and spread more love wherever I go. With so much appreciation. Have a gorgeous day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye guys, have a great day. You did great.